Hello, welcome to the Mindtrack.net server. I'm currently standing outside of the the starboard nacelle of the Enterprise C build. Last night, myself, Panic, and Patchy Patch kind of spent some time working on it, buzzing around, playing with it. I went ahead and added the RCS thrusters to the nacelle herself. Basically work in progress. We'll probably tweak them and fancy them up here once we get to that point. iPanic went ahead and put in the NCC lettering for us. And he also noticed on the plans that we were missing something. An airlock! Yes, indeed, there is an airlock on the nacelle. So I came on this morning and I put it in. Let's see if I can turn it on here and see if it works. It's embarrassing if it doesn't. Let me go ahead and try this. Get the right button. There it goes. Come on into the nacelle. Hit the button again. And she shuts. Anyways, there's not much to see in the nacelle other than what they've been working on in here the last couple of days. I'm going to go ahead and turn on Gamma Light, get rid of my GUI interface there. Yeah, it was my little way in and out. I'll fix that later. Anywho, it looks like iPanic came in and did this. He fixed this up for us so it's all nice and balanced now. It looks great. I found out who did the nacelle, or excuse me, did the Buzzard collectors. It was DeBomb72. And, well, this is new. Interesting. Anyways, these are DeBomb. According to iPanic, he came in and did this. And Bomb, wow. Kick ass, my friend. Really nice. Thank you. Wow. Anywho, this looks interesting. Who's ever doing this, thank you. Probably iPanic. I could find out, but it's much more fun to wait and find out from talking to somebody else. It could be Brain himself. Who knows? It really just depends on my own curiosity, which I'm curious, but I'm not so curious. I can wait. Anywho, I went ahead and added some more bracings to the pylon area, as you can see. Looks like I missed a couple down there. Oh well, I'll fix that later. And I finished up the, well, I got pretty close to finishing up the pylon yesterday, so. We also did some exterior work, which I'll show you here in a second. That took a god-awful amount of time. You can see it from the Dynamap. There's a link in the description of the video. Anyways, this is the area completed. It looks a lot better than it did. At least I think it does. Anywho, we have lines. That's the new line to the phaser array on the wing strut there, if you want to call it that. I added a little access point here, if it'll let me in. Some phaser buffers, batteries. I went ahead and added in the protection for the warp core, not coil, but warp line, and wiring and other nifty stuff for all of Lupolis's little things here. There are one on each end of these big vent things. So kudos to him. Thank you very much. For what you did there, friend. And it's kind of a rat's maze in here, but you know, it's a wing strut, so, or pylon, so you gotta live with it. Take the good with the bad. And there's another way to get to the other side, but it's kind of a pain to get to. I'll leave that for people who want to explore the ship when they come on the server. Again, the server address is mindtrack.net. It is currently 162, I believe. It might even be 164. I'm not sure. You'll have to find out when you check on or log on. Anyways, well, chatting with Patchy Patch and iPanic last night, I did some more interior work. Well, Panic was off doing some stuff, and Patchy was working on the grotto on the Enterprise D. If you come on the server, check out that grotto. It is impressive. He is really a talented detail builder. I mean, the guy is just, well, I'll show you. I mean, this hangar idea. This is reminiscent of what he's doing on the Enterprise D. See all the supports and stuff? Yes, look at that. That just really, it really makes the ship look like that's a hangar. You know, I mean, that really does set it off. Beforehand, it was just pumpkin lighting with gray wool. I also moved Ipanic shuttle back here and extended the platform a little bit. What's going to happen? I'm going to take this lift out and make it a big center lift with a little bit longer end, kind of what you see on the Sovereign class, so that larger shuttles can be parked down here. I might even drop this floor down one more so that it can accommodate a taller ship. I also got rid of that little single Jeffries tube thing here, and gives me a lot more room for parking shuttles, which I really like. It was a good idea. I think that was Brain's idea. Good call, kiddo. If it wasn't, hell, take credit for it. Anyways, Brain came up with a really cool idea. At first, I really wasn't sure what he wanted to do. He, in the other video, I came on and I noticed that somebody had been doing some work here, and I was kind of confused by it, and I asked people not to do it. Anyways, Brain caught me online, and he said, "Hey, this is what I want to do. I want to make a lounge here, and this is the Brain Lounge." So I said, "Well, go for it," and he did. He came through here and he did all this nice work. He had a little bit more windows in it, but it didn't match with the drawing, so I had to redo the windows. But otherwise, you know, great job. Pan, this is the gray I was telling you about. This is the birchwood blocks. As you can see, a lot more stone finished. I like it a lot better, but you can do whatever you want with the texture pack, but I just like that color better. Anyways, while Patch was on, we talked about a bunch of stuff Star Trek related, and I extended all of this aft area and put in all the corridors. These will be like crew area, mainly like mass crew quarters or something, or might even leave it open. I might even take a couple of these out. Who knows yet? It's still pretty much a work in progress. This area will probably be multi-leveled, as well as the antimatter pods. This is an antimatter pod ejection system. It has a square. Now on the drawings, this is flipped. The warp core is on the other side of the phaser strip, and the pod ejector is on this side. Well, obviously that ain't gonna work for us, so we just went ahead and flipped it. So, you know, at some point you got to take creative license with stuff, and that was one of the things we decided to do. Or, well, you know, in retrospect, I think it was a good call. Real quickly here, we were talking about claustrophobia in space and how you need open spaces like the Grotto and the Enterprise D, and Patchy's working on that. And I'd always envisioned this area of the ship to be like a grotto, kind of a resort, not resort, but a kickback area. You come in, just relax, and, you know, relax. A little forested area here, nice big windows. It'll be mirrored on this side, big open area. Most likely what I'll do is I'll also turn this into a dirt area, because I'll have more room this way, but the little overhang gets in the way, and I need this corridor here. Actually, I really don't, but I want it there. If it doesn't work out, we'll go ahead and pull it out. The only reason it's there is so that we have access to this area, but we can get to it from here, and I could just run a little catwalk over here if I have to. And there's so many different options we can go with. It's still, you know, pretty much a work in progress. Anyways, when I talked to M. Heller yesterday, he was really happy with how the build's coming along. Again, M. Heller's the server host and admin, and he's the guy that keeps us going on track, and is not afraid to tell us that we're making mistakes and recommend things. The stripes on the saucer herself were not good. I wasn't happy with them. I eyeballed them in originally. And M, he called me out on it. He says, "Hey man, those really need to get fixed." So I spent the better part of 4 hours last night. Thank you to iPanic for his help, and we were able to remaster the stripes on the primary hull. I also replaced the RCS thrusters. Beforehand we had those big rectangle, triangle, nasty looking things, and according to the drawing, those were incorrect, so we went ahead and put these in. And I like them a lot better. I haven't fixed the interior yet. I'll get to that probably today or tomorrow. We also finished up the pods. I'm not real happy with the two-tone look of these pods covers. I'll leave them for now, but we'll probably change them eventually. You see the nice little chunk air loads there. Give you a nice detail inside the ship there. We're also discussing a rework of the bridge module. I'm not real happy with how the bridge module herself looks. The inside I love, but the drawing has a little bit. We got more detailed drawings of what this bridge module should look like on the exterior. So we're gonna probably change it. We're gonna keep the bridge design, but we're gonna make it smaller and put rooms off to either side of it. Let me get up in there. I'll show you kind of quickly what I'm talking about. Anyways, as you can see, this is a beautiful bridge. Utterly beautiful. I love this bridge. I love the room of it and the spacing of it. But the drawings of the ship show that this area here is literally assigned to, it has portholes, so obviously it's a room. And the same thing over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to revamp this area, make it a little bit smaller. I hate to lose it because to me, this is beautiful bridge. I'm going to save this bridge because I love it so much. Brain, he knocked it out of the park with it. iPanic came in and did some tweaking, as well as I believe DeBalm and I also did just some minor tweaking to it. I did that. I added that. Anyways, but yeah, this is just, I really don't want to lose it, but the drawings mandate that we have a room here. So we got to put a room there. When it comes to starships and everything else, they're all, they're not locked in stone. It's creative license with a lot of what goes on. Sure, we saw the ship once in a show, and the bridge is a lot different, and we want to try and keep as original as possible. But give and take. Ultimately, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and make a new bridge module, and if it looks as good as this one, we will. Oh, we lost the view screen again. Oh well. We will use it. If it isn't as good as this one, we will keep this one. But we will rework the outside. The outside I don't like, and that's got to get fixed. So I will do that. I don't know. Everybody says it looks great, and a lot of people like it, but to me it looks too short and too fat. Too fat going side to side and too short going forward to aft. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to extend it out maybe one block, which means I'd probably have to shorten this, which I'm okay with. I mean, it really just, or I could go up one block and maybe that'll flesh out a little bit more. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. And it's not a priority, but it's on the list of priorities. So, but yeah, we redid the striping, and it really paid off. It looks a lot sharper. iPanic and I were talking about changing the color scheme to go with more subtle blues. Some people really like the dark color here. It doesn't bother me either way. We can go with the light blue, or we can go with this color. But I would like to change this gray to work more fluidly with this color. If we do change the colors, of course, this would be a darker blue, and this would be a lighter hue of a blue, which I'm perfectly okay with when we update the texture pack to 1.7.4 or 1.7.2, whatever version it is at the time. I'll go with it either way. I just, I'm open-minded. We're going to start filling in the, well, at some point I'm going to start filling in this area here, start breaking these up into rooms. It'll be mirrored deck to deck, so as much as possible to save myself a lot of hassle, I'll try and copy from deck down to deck down to deck down, so it'll be uniform, and it saves me a lot of, all I have to do is figure it out once, and then I just copy it and then fix the areas that need to be fixed. Once that's done, we can lay the walls, and once the walls are laid, we can mirror it. Once that's done, I can go through and fix the center line beams so that everything's lined up, so that these aren't too wide doors or single wide doors. Same thing with the turbo lifts; they're not too wide; they're single wide. Areas that bypass turbo lifts or go around to one side are put in, and so on and so forth. A lot of little detail work that just needs to get done in order to make sure the mirror is properly done. But pretty much that's it. That's where we're at. I haven't seen Brain on this morning or this afternoon. Patchy's on. He's over working again on the Grotto. M. Heller's around, but he is not active right now. He's probably at work doing his work stuff. If you get a chance to come on the server, you're more than welcome to tour all the builds. There are rules at the Academy. Please read them. Please don't spam us asking us where you can build, because you won't get talked to. You'll probably just get ignored. There are other Star Trek servers out. A good friend of mine, Carr, he has one. You know, if you get a chance to talk to him, tour his server as well, but he's also working on an ambassador class. So I thought I'd throw a shout out to him. He did me a favor a while back and helped me figure some stuff out on one of the builds, and I appreciate that, Carr. Thank you. He's not as active anymore on this server, which is a shame, but you know, people evolve and you know, find different places to go, and that's all good. Anyways, we also changed the color of this airlock. Purple, green, and orange just didn't work, so clean that up. At any extent, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please again visit the Mindtrek.net server, and have a good day.